Okay, hey, what's up guys? So we're gonna perform a lower control arm replacement on a 2004 CLK, and these are the tools that we're gonna be using. A 1/4 inch 8mm socket to remove the undercover, a 6mm hex Allen key wrench, a 21mm socket, half inch, and a 3/8 Torx E18, and the other one is E12. The Torx are the ones are typically used on Europeans. We're gonna need the 21mm wrench also, and I also have an extra slightly bigger one just to use for leverage in losing bolts, and a big hammer, of course, to hammer down the ball joint. Okay guys, so this is the undercover that I already removed. There are 6 8mm bolts that you have to remove. Okay guys, so the vehicle is lifted. When you're doing this, make sure you use all safety precaution. Use a jack stand. Make sure you chock the vehicle when you're jacking it up. Alright, okay, so I'm going to remove the wheel now. Using a power tool, as you can see here, with 17mm socket. Okay guys, we're gonna go underneath and I'm gonna show you guys the parts that we're going to replace. So this is the front ward lower control arm, and this is the rear ward lower control arm. So there's 2 lower control arm. There's one in the front and there's one in the rear. Alright guys,
so the cover are all off, and now what we'll have to do is to remove this and this. But before that, you gotta want to go up. This, mark it here, mark it there, and eight mil there. Take it out. Take it right out. Push this away like so. Now you can drop this all the way down.
alright, so I'm gonna loosen the bolts for the stabilizer bar, and you can see in this clip that it's going to move down a little bit, and there you go. What I had planned to do is I'm only gonna remove the 2 bolts on the driver's side and leave 1 bolt loose, not remove all the way out on the passenger side. That way I can just move it out of the way in order for me to get the bolts for the lower control arm, the front side lower control arm bolt. Alright guys, you can see the stabilizer bar there is moving around. And there you are. That's the passenger side. So I only loosened those bolts and I didn't remove them all the way out. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark the bolts to match it for alignment. I don't know if that really helps with the alignment, but yeah, I'm gonna do it anyways on both bolts. And there it is, you can see it's a gray color. right in the center of the bolts, right there. Okay, here I'm going to remove the nuts of the ball joints, and I'm going to use a 21 mm wrench with the other wrench, using it as a leverage to loosen it up. There you go, guys. Okay, so there are two lower control arms, rear, front. I'm going to replace the rear first. Okay. The rear ball joint is facing up. The front lower control arm ball joint is facing down, just right beside this ball joint. Okay. Alright, so that's loose. And I'm gonna loosen the front ball joint nut with a 21 mm socket with my power tools. I'm gonna put the nut back on because I'm gonna be hammering those down to loosen them up. So now I'm gonna remove the bolt. And that's a 21 mm. So I'm using my power tools with a swivel and a 21 mm socket, and have the other hand with a 21 mm wrench to hold the nut. There you go. Bolts out. The arms is down. Now I can do my hammering business here. Okay, grab your biggest hammer, and you're gonna want to hammer it down just to pop the ball joint out. Make sure you have one hand holding on the caliper, just to give it a good support so it doesn't fly away when you're hammering it hard. There you go. One down. And for the second ball joint, all we're gonna do is we're gonna pop it out just like that. You can see there's an opening there. There's a slit. You can see the ball joint shining there, and that's already out. And now we're gonna install the new arm. It actually indicates left side for the parts. That's the front side. Okay guys, we're gonna install the new one in. I'm gonna pop the ball joint in first with a nut. I'll just secure it. Doesn't have to be tight. Make sure it's in so it doesn't fall down. I'm guiding it in the hole there, and so it's in. Just give it a little bit of tap of hammer just to push it in. just like so. Okay guys, make sure you have the washer on the bolts. And that bolt is through. Washer and nuts. Snugging that up just a little bit, and tune in guys.